What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Dirk. Good chance. It's been a hot minute since I did a market update. The last time I did a market update was June 26, all the way back here when the broad market VTI was about 300. Now we're clocking in at 310. Year to date, we're at 6%. And my last video, we were up 4%. So a lot has changed. July has been a very, very nice month. If we clock in the month, went up about 1% after what had happened on August 1st. Out of the picture, month of June, we were up about 2%. Broad, again, VTI, broad market type account. So Friday, jobs report numbers came out, revised numbers, quite the difference between the numbers reported and the numbers that were revised. So that kind of spooked the market. People were thinking the market is slowing down, the economy is slowing down, we're not growing as fast as we should because jobs aren't popping up as fast as we think we are, even though we got nice earnings from most companies like Meta and Microsoft, and the GDP number went up. A lot of people were speculating that was due to Q1, Q2. A lot of these companies were trying to get ahead of the tariffs and ordering a lot more than they usually do. So today I asked ChatGPT, why are we up today? Because a lot of people speculated that over the weekend, we were going to see a down Monday. It could be a bull trap today because today we rocketed up 1.5%. Usually these types of moves are great when you're at all-time highs and you're just continuing to blast through resistance zones. But today, again, after 2 days of selling, this could be a bull trap. We could be headed down a bit more. But again, the overall trend is still up for the past 3 months. We did hit a lower low, this low of 305 that we hit in August 1st. If I could pan my camera over there, that low coincides with the low that we had all the way back, roughly around June. So we'll see how this plays out this week and the rest of the month, because August, September are known for being not so hot months. I mean, if we look back at any particular September, 2022, and there was a drawdown, all the way back 2021, that September, again, another spook, another drawdown. So August, September, expect some volatility, but if you're long-term, just dollar cost averaging some more. If you're a trader, you could ride the volatility and play it that way. So we shall see how 2025 August, September pans out. I mean, last August, you see as a drawdown, then a drawdown, Again, another year, another set of woes. So let's see what ChatGPT says today. I asked it, why is the market up today? It says positive economic reports, job growth. That's kind of off. ChatGPT is kind of off. And then GDP, corporate earnings is good. This week, there's not a lot of big names that are reporting. I mean, Apple reported, Microsoft, Amazon, Meta. I mean, Meta, Microsoft, those things are popping off. Apple, Amazon, not so much. All right, next thing, government and central bank action. So there was, again, another bit of news talking about because jobs are slowing down, the Fed might cut rates to stimulate more hiring. So we could see a rate cut in September. The chances of that have shot up. Some could say that's Trump forcing Powell's hand in cutting rates. Again, all speculation. I have no idea. Geopolitical events. So what's going on? I guess they're waiting on more tariff deals to be made. The August 1st deadline has passed, and then Trump listed a whole list of companies that are getting 30% plus tariffs. I know there's news about Rolex watches that are going to go up in price in the U.S. because of the tariffs on that country that makes the Rolexes. I think it's the Swiss. All right, so investor sentiment. Sometimes broader markets trends are driven by investor psychology, such as rebound from previous losses. Yeah, so again, end of month, you get things that's expiring. You get all sorts of things moving. You want to get people that close their books on a positive month, sell high type action going on. So we shall see what's going on. But again, year to date, we are still up 6%. Usually you want to aim for about 15% gain in a year. When you adjust that for inflation, you're capping in at about 10 to 12% annual increase. So that's usually a good year, in my opinion, for these broad market index funds. Some people do 7%, which is 10%, 3% inflation. So we shall see. All right, let's move on to Apple. So Apple's finally getting some action after having such a long beatdown of a year. They had a slight spike from earnings, but then, as we know, the month ended and it kind of went down a bit. So Apple still down 18% year to date. If you believe in this company, always, have your conviction. But again, everything's shifting to AI, so we shall see what Apple has in store. There are some Apple iPhone 17 leaks. Again, nothing major. I feel like they're capping out at the hardware aspect of iPhones. I mean, most of these companies are switching to flip phones, so maybe that might be the new design decision for Apple to go. But we shall see. Apple, again, does have the history of being late to the party, but releasing the cleanest iteration of that particular hardware. All right, let's move on to Coinbase. So Coinbase did disappoint on earnings. So we did see a good 12% slump, I would say. So it got hit pretty hard, but we shall see how, again, crypto comes into play. As we know, once things go bad, risk-adverse assets get cut first. So things like Bitcoin, those will be first to be trimmed. So we shall see how this Bitcoin plays out. Nvidia again, smashing earnings, doing all sorts of things, doing what Nvidia does, and year to date it is up 32%. Wow, I had to double check that number. It's up 32% year to date. Nvidia is still pumping, making green, so absolutely lovely. And lastly, Meta smashed earnings, again up 31%. Absolutely green across the board. But as we know, you can never go wrong with just holding the entire market. Again, this is not financial advice. This is just story time. But yeah, guys, let's see how August pans out. It can go either way. Again, the trend is still up, but who knows? Who knows? All right, guys, that's all I have. Ciao.